Your horoscope for March 2025. The stars are shifting and so is your path. This month, cosmic alignment brings new opportunity and lessons. So stay aligned, stay aware, and make the most of the celestial energy. This is your horoscope, Aries, for March 2025. Let's look at your monthly calendar. So let's begin with March 1st. This energy is a little bit of a low energy. This is where you have to be mindful of your energy because your energies will be low. You might even feel lonely and might want to self-isolate. What I would recommend is be mindful of your expenses on these days, and if you have any decisions that need to be made, perhaps keep them pending. Now, the second and third, these are good energies. This is where your energy has now shifted to a more positive space, and you want to focus your energy more on yourself. You want to maybe self-reflect on the past couple of days and also rejuvenate yourself, revigorate yourself on these days. Now, moving to the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, these are great days. These are great days for money flow. These are your money days. Also, your energies with your family will be pretty much in sync on these days as well. So you could have a great time with your family, with food, and also the words that you speak on these days will carry weight. So if you need to say something and have yourself be heard, these are definitely the days for that. Now, as far as money flow, great days for that. So if you need to borrow money, these are great days for that. If somebody owes you money, these are also great days to ask for that money back. So you should have more money in your wallet on these days. Now, moving on to the 7th and 8th, these are, again, very positive energies. This is where you might want to do some local trip traveling. It could be for leisure travel. It also could be due to work. So you could do some traveling, so like road trips. Also, the energy with your siblings on these days is really nice too. You could spend some time doing hobbies on these days. So the first week is actually quite nice. The energies are very supportive. So the 9th and 10th, this is where you're happy at home. This is where the energies at home are very supportive, very loving, and you're very much in sync with your family members, especially the mother influence in your life will be very loving, very supportive on these days. Now, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, again, very positive energies. If you have children, this is a great time to spend some time with your children. You'll see that your energies are very much aligned with them. Your time will be enjoyed with them, and also your creativity will be on a high on these days. So do make the most of this opportunity. Now, moving on to the 14th and 15th, this is where you have to be a little bit mindful of your energies because your health may not be at its best. You could have a stomach bug, you could have cough, cold, flu type symptoms. So be mindful of your energies. Your energies also could be a little bit irritated. So you could very easily get irritated with someone, or someone could get irritated with you. So creating a atmosphere of like irritation and dispute. So be mindful of your energies on these days. And also, if you have any debt, this is also where you could have a lot of debt on your mind as well. So again, not good days. If you have any court dates on these days, definitely maybe change the dates because the outcome will not be favorable on the 14th and 15th. Now, moving on to the 16th, 17th, and 18th, this is where the energies now have shifted to a more positive space. So the energies here, this is great energy for honey days. This is great energy with your spouse. If you're in partnership with anyone, also you'll see that you're very much in sync with your partnership on these days. You'll see eye to eye with your partner on these days. Now, moving on to the 19th and 20th. This is where you'll find that your energies are very stressed. Okay, you have a lot on your mind and you're not quite feeling your best. Again, not good energies. Maybe it's best to lay low on these 2 days. Now, moving on to the 21st and 22nd, 23rd, great energies. Here, you're feeling much better. The stress has relieved itself and you're feeling quite positive on these days. Now, from the 21st to the 25th, up to the 27th, I would say great energies. As far as, you want to focus your energies on doing something positive, focus on career, your public image. You should be able to get a boost in your public image on these days. And if you have any presentations, if you have any meetings at work, you should see positive outcomes and a very supportive atmosphere at work. Your higher ups, your superiors will also be appreciative of your work, and you should get credit for the work that you're putting in. Now, the 26th and 27th, those are really good days for you to do some networking, some socializing, spend time with your friends, and make some connections. Now, moving on to the 28th and 29th, this is where you have to be mindful of your energies. Your energies could be low, and you could have losses due to unexpected expenses on these 2 days. So be mindful of how you're spending your money and just keep a watchful eye on your cash on these days. Now, on the 30th and 31st, your energies have now shifted to a more positive space, and your vitality will be much better on these days. Whereas before, your energies were a little bit low, you were wanting to like self isolate. Here, your energies are much better. These are days where you want to focus your energies on yourself. Self rejuvenation, self reflection is great on these days. Maybe do some self journaling. So, now when we're looking at the caution days, money days, honey days, learning days, and rest, relax, and reflect days. Now, for your caution days, the first of the month, 14th, 15th, 19th, and 20th, 28th, and 29th. These are the days where you have to be mindful of your health, debt, disputes, expenses, and you could feel a little bit stressed on these days. So be mindful. If you have anything that needs to be dealt with, if you have any appointments, any major appointments, especially court dates, these days are not favorable for them, especially the 14th and 15th. So be mindful of these days and maybe, rearrange your schedule so that way you get better outcomes and make the most of the positive energy in your chart because you have a lot of really good positive days. Now, as far as money flow, now, this is not financial advice, so please do consult a professional for that. Now, I will tell you where the money flow energies are more positive in your chart for the month of March. Now, as far as money days, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, this is where you should have more money in your wallet on these days, and the money flow will come more easily on this day. And if you ask for money on these days, you should get it more easily. You will have less resistance as far as money on these days. So definitely make the most of that energy. Now, if you're in the markets, that's a great time for you to maybe look at your profits and maybe take profits on these days. Now, as far as learning about the markets, now those days would be the 11th, 12th, and 13th. This is where if you're trying to study the markets, definitely look at your investments, look at your charts, try to learn about the markets. Definitely you'll be able to more easily focus on what you're trying to learn and you'll be able to absorb that information more easily. Now, if you're looking to invest further, then I would say that the 24th and 25th are great days for you to look at how to invest further into your portfolio because these are the positive money energies. So again, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then we're looking at the 11th, 12th, 13th, and 26th and 27th. These are good money days. Now, as far as honey days, we're looking at the 16th, 17th, and 18th. These are great if you're married. Okay, so the energy with your spouse will be more in sync. You'll feel that you're more supported on these days, and the energies are a lot easier in your union on these days. Now, as far as if you're single, then the 11th, 12th, and 13th are great days for you to go out on a date, connect with a loved one on those days because you'll be more spontaneous, feeling more romantic on those days if you're single. Now, as far as learning, the 11th, 12th, and 13th are really good days for you if you're a student, if you need to focus, hand something in, write a report, great days for that. Now, as far as the month and reflecting on yourself, resting and making time out for yourself, the best time to do that, to collect your energies and regain your strength. The second, third, and the 30th and 31st are great days for you to focus on yourself. Do some meditation, self-reflecting, focus on yourself. Maybe go to the spa, get a massage, do some relaxing, because you'll be able to gain your strength and your energies back. And overall, I would say that Aries, March 2025 is looking to be a fabulous month for you. So I hope you make the best of every opportunity that the month presents to you. Now, again, I want to remind everybody that this is Vedic astrology. This is not Western astrology. So please do make sure that this is for Aries Lagna or Aries Ascendant Vedic astrology. And don't forget to share this with other Aries. I'm sure they'd appreciate the monthly planner. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while you're at it. Your support is greatly appreciated. And don't forget to bookmark this calendar so you can refer back to it. Thank you so much for watching today.